Greetings. Today I'm going to talk about my startup, which is a future of advertising. So having worked in digital marketing industry for well over a year now, I've noticed a very tremendous need for an agency that helps other businesses to thrive, to localize, to globalize. It is a step up to every businesses to be able to expand their scope, to know better of their customers. So today I'm going to talk about how I plan it and how I'm going to implement my own business. So I'm going to talk of 4 parts. The first thing is I'm going to give you an overall of my company called Shine Through. Second thing, I'm going to talk about the competitor analysis, which is other competitors in the industry that has the opportunity to thrive us, and we are in the risk of facing them. The third is the strategic plan in order to develop ourselves and to fight back all those competitors. And finally is the reference and appendix. So let's talk first about the company. Our company, Shine Through, have a vision. We democratize the worldwide organization of inventive industry experts. We have set out our mission. It is to offer big brands the chance to scale with top quality worldwide and in-market ability close by. So it is, in overall, the localized and globalized that we're heading towards. Our strategic goal is to give guardianship to our customers as they explore the waters of a localizing process without paying the premium of framework and be full-time dedicated to the work. So they can focus on other processes such as developing and investing on their products. Our target customers is pretty obviously the well-established organizations in needing of an advertising company to globalize or localize. The expertise, the field that our company will be working on includes 4 parts, includes 4 departments. So the first thing is localization, the second is globalization, the third is consultation, the fourth is strategy and market rollout. So in the localization part, we will offer our customers the following services, which is current local behavior, forming consumer profiles, creative translations, local casting record support, localized licensing negotiation, editorial finishing support, and preferred local production partners. In the globalization services, it is pretty much the same thing, but in a whole other different scale. It is the global action plans that we'll be doing for our clients, the story concept writing, clearance, legal watchouts, pre-production support, global talent support like castings or influencers, competitive landscape report, new market identification, and new and existing market strategy. The third department is consultation. We shall give the international process audits, development, maintenance, the international team infrastructure planning. And the final service that we should give to our customer is the strategy and market rollout, is the international and domestic targeting. It is a strategic comms rollout plans. It is campaign social listening, content measurement analytics, optimization, local PR amplification plan, competitive landscape report, new market identification, and same as globalization, it is a new and existing market strategy. Let's move on. After I have covered you with our field and our expertise, I'm giving you now the competitors that we have identified. side is UoG and Omnicom Group. So with UoG, they have a pretty similar statement. They say, we design the brand, we turn the brand into experience, we communicate the brand story, we make brands matter. We are one doorway to creative network refounded to make brands matter in a complex, noisy, hyper-connected world. They are pretty, I would say, internationalized because they have a market in over 83 countries and over 100 offices. They have a revenue of 476.4 million per year. They also cover expert like consulting, brand strategy, advertising, etc., which all in all is brand identification and brand image, such as we are. So to analyze them further, I shall use the SWOT analysis because in my own opinion, it is better to look at our competitor as if we are taking the first standpoint of view instead of a third point of view, which is taking the point of view of shine through. We identify them, we analyze them as if we are standing inside of them looking out. So it is better to tackle them as time goes on. So for the strength, they have strong campaigns around the world, notable excellence, work for clients, high number of consolidation and acquisition workplaces. They also have a lot of opportunities on the outside market, which is online advertising, which is right now a wellspring of income, which is also what we're targeting now. They can adapt new strategies for statistical surveying builds income. The decentralized dynamic is useful as neighborhood promoting needs, varieties for various locals. But they also have weaknesses and threats. So for their weaknesses, they have a small market share due to intense rivalry nowadays. They have restricted in geography infiltration. Their product positioning and unique selling position is pretty vague. And as for the threats, they are having increasing lawsuits due to sheer negligence of arrangement for advertisement, which is major scandal. Recession may hit the business as cut and is basically on marketing financial plans of corporates right now, and they have again extreme rivalry in the business. So on to the second company, on Omnicom Group. They give pretty similar statement to UoG, and they covered fields such as marketing solutions spanning brand advertising, customer relationship management, or also called CRM, media planning and buying services, public relations, and numerous specialty communication services. So as they also compete in brand identification, they also have a strength in brand communication. They have an employees populated about over 70,000, which is a lot of people, which is a very huge scope. And they even have a revenue of 13.17 billion in only 2020. So it gives us a pretty brief understanding of how big their scope is. So onto the SWOT analysis, they also give pretty similar SWOT analysis comparing to UoG. However, comparing to the strength, they have stronger vendor local areas, they have reliable suppliers, they have solid and free cash flow, which is amazing. Kudos to Omnicom. To the opportunity, they opening up of new business sectors due to government arrangement. They have market advancement, raise its competitiveness. They have new ecological arrangement. The economic uptick and expansion in client is spending a lot more, and they have lower inflation rate right now in the market. And their weaknesses is they are losing small market share in the specialty niche market because they are so popular. Their days inventory is high in contrast to the contender. They raise more capital to invest in the channel impact in the long-term development. Their product positioning and unique selling recommendation isn't so obviously characterized, is also a little bit ambiguous. They have limited accomplishment outdoor core business. They have high attraction rate in work power. And as for the threats, they have liability laws. They have a lot of rivals in the business right now, such as our business Shine Through. They are now lack of talented labor in certain global market. The buyer purchasing conduct from online channel is influenced by existing physical infrastructures. So from the mentioned competitor analysis, I'm now moving on to our strategic plan as we implement the business. So as for Shine Through, roles and responsibility, it should be 3 main points I'm talking about right now. The first thing is for brand opportunity. The brand identification and positioning industry will be our #1 priority. We also focus on brand invention, take guardianship of clients on positioning, tone of voice, narrative, values, personality and behaviors, customer value proposition. And third thing is brand experience. We offer services of architecture, communication strategy, brand tracking measurement, and go-to-market strategy. So now for the goal. As we have the role and responsibility, our quantitative goal is to increase our market share up to 120% in the next 5 years. For the qualitative goal, our implement employee ownership in the company over the next 5 years should be our focus, and we also drive organic development by extending service networks. For the annual objective, we will have monthly and annual review on process as the process go on. For the budget, we calculated approximately 1.5 million per year for spending on employees, locations, and other operation costs as we operate in Ho Chi Minh City. We are also have to be very cautious with spending operation costs and efficiency in the COVID-19 era, as we also don't have much revenue. We only get funded on campaigns and projects. So for the resource, what we already have will be HRM focused, human resource management. We have training programs to align with the mission and objectives of the organization. We have line managers who share joint responsibility in all areas, and staffing. So with the strategic plan planned out all like that, I put high hopes in Shine Through to become a successful business. Thank you for listening.